is
Johnny.
Johnny's Adams, Vice President, Maryland, D.C. Minority Supplier Development Council.
Good morning. It's my pleasure to be here to talk to you about the council. You already have heard about it because in Yvette's presentation, she talked about the National Minority Supplier Development Council. And in her introduction, Charlie cited that she is active with the Maryland D.C. Council. So you've heard about it already this morning. And who are we? We are a certifying body for corporate America. And we are broken up into 37 regions across the United States and Puerto Rico. But when I tell you about the Maryland D.C. Council, because we are standardized, you will also learn information about the other 36 councils in the National Minority Supplier Development Council's network. So I'm going to give you a little overview of our council in my 11 minutes left. I'm going to talk to you about why you should obtain certification and the values of it, the certification process itself, which is standardized across the entire network, and some of the key advantages for certification. The Maryland D.C. Council is made up, like all councils, of corporate members or large buying institutions. Most of them are Fortune 500 companies. We certify ethnic minorities that are located in the entire state of Maryland and Washington, D.C. Our members consist of over 110 corporate buying organizations, such as corporations, Pepco Holdings and AT&T, government agencies, healthcare institutions, higher learning educational institutions, and nonprofit organizations. I'm having a little difficulty with this pointer. I don't know if I'm double. Okay. Our main purpose is to provide the vital link or the direct link between our certified MBEs and our corporate members to establish procurement opportunities for our MBEs. So who are the members of this council? I mentioned there were corporations. On this slide here gives you a bird's eye view of the number of corporations, governments, and nonprofits and healthcare institutions that are members of our local council, such as Baltimore Gas and Electric, Marriott, Pepco Holdings, AT&T, IBM, Giant Food, McCormick and Company, Sodexo. In the government area, we have Prince George's County and Montgomery County governments. Our MBEs consist of over 300 ethnic minority businesses that are located in the Maryland, D.C. region, as well as those who have reciprocity. That is, they are certified through other councils in the network, but receive reciprocities through our council. They provide a lot of goods and services. Like Yvette said, she used hand sanitizers, and these MBEs provide these services as well. In addition, they provide information such as, services such as information technology, professional services, construction and engineering, janitorial services, security, investigative services, marketing, any type of service that you can think of, our MBEs provide for us, for our corporate members. Just to give you an idea of where they're located in the state of Maryland and Washington, D.C., this is a map of the area, and show that they are very dispersed throughout the area. We do have some blank spaces in the state of Maryland that we are striving to fill, and we know that in this region we have a large number of ethnic minorities that should seek certification through the NMSDC because the corporate members require such certification. So what is that certification in the first place? The reason we certify is to take the burden off our corporate members so that they won't have to certify themselves, having a separate section and making sure that what their certification process is consistent with another corporation if they want to share activities. So we do that on their behalf based on the criteria that they have set forth for us. We check on such things as ethnicity, because in order to be certified by NMSDC, you have to meet an ethnicity requirement. You have to prove to us that you own, you operate, manage, and control that firm at least 51% by ethnic minority, and that person also has to be a citizen. The person who's running this firm can be a male or a female, and those are the major criteria that one must have in order to meet the certification task. When our corporate members have to make a report, let's say, to the federal government, and they counted on their dollars spent with ethnic minorities, when they're asked to show, well, how can we be assured that these are dollars that you did spend with ethnic minorities, they can say that these persons were NMSD certified. In most cases, cases closed. Again, the NMSDC standard is the same for all of the 37 councils, that you must be a U.S. citizen, meet the ethnicity test, 51% owned, controlled, and managed by ethnic minority. And the type of minorities that we're talking about for NMSD certification are Asian, African American, Hispanic, Native American, heritage from specific regions. So it's specific ethnicities that we're looking at.